suck.
I did.
Oh, I think
It depends. So if you've done it before, sometimes teachers let kids like scream at each other, and it becomes this like.
Ooh, can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we
Yes.
No, I will throw you out.
Oh wait, they're like they're like where you
Hold on,
have discussions with each other.
Jillian, what is it, hun?
It's basically a discussion group where people are talking about a certain topic and saying their views on it. So
Yes.
like a debate.
Yeah, so it's kind of a debate, it's kind of a discussion, and I'm not involved. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Levi, come here. Elijah, come there.
You're doing so good.
You were doing good.
Move.
That's what she claimed
More.
was doing good.
Mort, move.
My grade is good. 92.
So you're dancing about it?
Yes.
I got it. 3, 2, 1, go!
Elijah, you're wasting my time.
How is it possible to get a 92 out of 60?
Huh?
How is it possible to get a 92 out of 60?
Is that what I gave you?
That's what you gave me on my time writing.
I think I fixed it. I thought I fixed it.
No, it says 92 out of 60.
I'm sorry. I actually put fudge.
But that's my overall grade.
Jillian.
Installed.
Elijah, over more. I said over there.
I knew it.
You're good.
That was the most obnoxious. Why is this happening to me all the time?
Was that your iPad? That's funny.
Yes,
Okay,
it's because I pressed play.
what's your question?
It's like a really good piece.
My question is that. Oh my god, what is happening? Your iPad is.
Do I need to take a picture?
Okay, so I know it's happening. You could have just paused it.
We need this. Yeah, we do.
Jillian?
My volume's okay, just go put it up. My question was, I still have a 42 and a 49 on my packet.
Okay, write me go write a sticky note on my desk.
I still have 27.
Wait, I got it. Just close the app.
I just put fix Jillian's grade.
No, look, I'm actually just wondering. I'm just trying
You're
to
fine.
so it doesn't play again.
No, it's like.
I just want you to know what we're doing, so I don't want to go until you're ready.
That's what I.
Hey, you foolish fools know what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
This
we're
is where you like stand
So
up
she
and say,
can't
I
see.
disagree with you
No,
because
we're doing that next time.
Like,
Alright, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the deal. Today we're preparing for a Socratic seminar tomorrow. If you do not pay attention today and know what you're doing tomorrow, you're going to be screwed when it comes to your grade because your Socratic is 50 points. Okay? So A, if you're not listening. B, if you're goofing off. C, if you are in the outside circle not listening or eating your Oreos really loud, like one sophomore did that I significantly marked him down, okay, when he's supposed to be listening. Don't do that, okay? Be respectful to your peers and it's a peer discussion. I'm not involved. I'm just sitting on the outside watching you guys work together, okay? It's called a Socratic seminar. So, think about this, okay? When it comes to mice and men, these are some of the main points, right? Symbolism. So, for example, what could the mouse be symbolic of? Any ideas? Life? No, you were on something. Whose life? Lenny's life. Why? He destroys it just like Lenny destroys the mouse, right? So Lenny's life is destroyed as simply as the mouse's life is destroyed. Okay?
was the mouse actually dead when he found it, or did he lie?
No, he killed it. He doesn't know his own strength, so he's thinking he's petting it, and he just smashes it.
It's Lenny's dream.
The American dream.
And so he tries really hard not to ruin his dream, but he doesn't.
Yes. Okay, so it's another way to think of it, right? The mouse is a symbol of the American dream that's impossible for him to achieve. Okay, 2, what is each character's American dream? Okay, we did a whole group project on this. Curly's wife, what's her American dream?
To be an actress.
To be an actress. Okay, what does it serve? What's the point of that in her life?
Just like people to talk to.
Okay.
She likes to center for herself.
This is for herself. All right, Elijah, your name's up. For you.
She likes attention and being like the center of everybody else.
Okay, yeah. So she doesn't really get much attention in general, right? So to have that dream kind of gives her some like importance in life. She's like, I could have done this. Makes her feel better. All right, what was George's American dream?
To live off the fat.
Okay, no, it's fine. Okay.
To have his own place and have nobody above him telling him what to do.
Okay, that's kind of almost everyone's American dream, right? In reality, like, Caleb.
To live off the fat of the
To live off the fat of the land. Okay, that was quote for quote. Good. So you guys understand this part, that all of them had an American dream. Why do you think Steinbeck would do that? What was the point of having each character have an American dream that was unachievable? Julian?
each character is driven.
Each character is driven. Okay. Okay, keeps them going. That American dream is what keeps them going in this difficult time, right? Aiden?
It makes the story seem more bleak.
Yes.
More harshly realistic.
You guys did a whole essay on the time period, right? Was the time period an easy one?
No.
No, what was going on? Segregation, what else?
The Great Depression.
Great Depression? Do that? Okay, so the way the intellectually disabled were treated, you said the Dust Bowl, correct? This was a terrible time in history, okay? People were poor, people were treated poorly, it was just all negative, okay? So he really represents that in the novel, making it seem bleak, right? All of these characters have an American dream, none of them can achieve that. Alright, how does Steinbeck utilize history to tell a story? You guys know this, okay? Did he actively portray it, or did he not? You did an entire essay on this. Elijah.
He accurately.
Okay, some people wrote that there were some aspects, like Aiden talked about his research was the pay was incorrect. There were some things like that, and like the way the women were treated.
That's what I said. It was nice. It was correct.
Yeah, your research said something different, but the source he used said it was incorrect. So, is there a bigger critique on the society of the 1920s to 30s here? Is he criticizing society more than what we're talking about? What do you guys think? You think so? Or do you think he's just, here's what I want you to think. Did he write this book to criticize society, or is he just telling it like it is? Does he not have a motive?
I think you're trying to make it realistic.
Okay. So you don't necessarily think he was trying to criticize it, he was just telling it like it was. Okay. Anyone else? Do we all agree with that? Good. Alright, so grab a piece of paper. You guys will need, you're going to turn this in tomorrow, so make sure you have one, okay? No, you need it on paper.
Do you need a piece of paper, Elijah?
Yeah, I do. I had to use my old granny chair to get over it.
Elijah.
Men, we're going to go over how to do a Socratic seminar. Caleb, I need your headphone out, okay? We're going to go over how to do a certain thing. Yeah. You would lose something. Okay. This is your essential question. Okay, so this is what your discussion will surround. What you're going to start with is this. Okay, so the first question is going to be, how does Steinbeck criticize the American dream? Okay, remember, I'm not involved in the discussion. It's student to student, peer to peer. Okay, that's why you're going to have this with you tomorrow, so that you can refer back to your quick write if you need to kind of like get the discussion going again, or say something you think is important. All right. So Malachi, hold up, buddy. Okay. Okay, so the way that we'll do a Socratic is you'll have an inner circle and an outer circle. Is this coming back to anybody like I've done this? Okay, Jillian's the other one. You should have done it in previous English classes or different types of similar discussions, okay? So
It wouldn't have been 7th grade, right?
yes, I'm gonna, not necessarily saying seating, but I will choose the groups.
What do you mean inner circle now?
I'm gonna explain right now, okay? So we're going to have an inner U, and I'm going to remove this, and we're going to have chairs. Okay? So you are the inner circle. All right? The inner circle is the only group discussing. Levi, what I said.
The inner group is discussing.
Okay, so the inner group is the only group that is talking. All right? If you are on the outside, that means you are not talking.
Talking.
You are not talking. You are practicing your listening skills. Okay? If you're on the outside, you will be assigned someone on the inside to be reviewing, okay? Yes, Hina.
Does everybody have to talk?
You will need to talk if you want to get a grade for it. Okay? So basically what you're going to do, that person on the outside is looking for you to be involved in the discussion. If you don't talk much, that doesn't necessarily mean you fail, okay? If you're engaged and you're taking notes and you're listening, then you're engaged, right? However, if you kind of like looking at the ceiling and really not engaged, they're going to take note of that, all right? Then at the end, you're going to grade yourself. How well did you do? Then the people on the outside that are reviewing you are also going to grade you. How well did you do, okay? videos, and if I disagree with it, I will alter it a little bit. All right. So let's say Elijah's partner gives him a 2 out of 10, and Elijah thinks he got a 9 out of 10. I might step in and be like, okay, that was a little bit off. Does that make sense?
Wait, on whose side?
When I taught middle school last year, there was a lot of drama, and I would have had a girl who marked someone, gave her an F when she did really well. Okay, so it was just because she didn't like the girl, which is middle school for you. Okay, Caleb.
Don't put Charles behind me. Yes.
No, Charles will not be the one to sponsor you.
Thank you.
Hey, can we leave? I do together for professionals.
Can you Charles?
Your boy.
Besties. No. All right.
BFF.
So, okay. We're going to watch, this is like a sample. I want you guys to listen to, Kaden, let's go and show your computer, okay? Yeah.
I already watched this video.
Yeah, you can work it for great, okay? So I want you to watch the video, and I want you to look for a couple things. Their academic language, how do they interact with each other, okay? How do they look at their notes, and how do they prompt each other to talk, okay? Because you're going to have people who are more shy and don't want to talk. If you're taking a leadership role in the Socratic, invite other people to kind of join in, okay? Ask them if they have anything to say. Prompt them. Different roles in life, right? Not everyone likes to talk in front of big groups. Why isn't my sound working? My board's on.
Sound up on.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, I've watched this a ton. You come in late and you make a scene.
Yeah, I unfortunately couldn't come later. So I figured I might
Earlier?
Later.
Later? I'm sorry.
Charles, he's here. Wait, what do you
All right. Okay, Charles, absolutely not. Let's go over that.
Right here.
Alright, I'll see you now.
No, over that. These three have already been separated. So
Wait, next to Elijah? Okay, that's the worst. That's the worst idea.
That's actually worse.
You not listen to anything I tell you? Elijah's the one you should.
Wait, you're all worried about it, right?
I'm not going to answer that. You can answer
3 nuts. Okay.
3 nuts.
Alright, okay, so for some reason the sound isn't working and everything's turned on. So I'm just going to play it and we are going to...
Knowing how to say it, those are here.
Silent.
Why are teens so attached to social media? Because that most comments on there like, you're beautiful and awesome.
Okay, stop talking. First of all, the first thing she does is, in the discussion, she goes to the article. Okay? And she goes, well, in the article it says, so when you guys are responding to each other, use your outside research, use the partnerships, use your intellectual disability timeline, and use the book, most importantly. Okay? Yeah. Not okay? Did you have a question?
No.
Yeah, okay. No, you're in the computer also.
It increases people's self-confidence.
Also, 90% of American teens have used these social media sites, so that's it.
What would life feel like if there was no social media?
We want to be able to talk to people that we know.
You guys think if they took out social media sites that face and there was no more cyberbullying, you guys think face-to-face bullying, there would be more or less face-to-face bullying?
I think that there'd be less because when you talk over like the internet, you pretty much say whatever you could say, but when you talk face to face, you only say like limited things and not what you said on social media.
I agree with Brian because like people might be too scared to say it to like other people, like face to face.
seals and like.
What do you think of you?
It's like,
I agree with Andrew because
Okay, so did you hear the student they said, I don't remember what
I
it
can
was.
barely hear it.
I know.
I couldn't really understand what he was saying.
So, I don't really care what they're saying. I want you guys to kind of see the format, okay? Yeah, it's a discussion. So sometimes you guys get into it. It can be funny, but you guys really get into it, okay? So what he's doing here is he's prompting another student to speak who has not spoken yet, okay? Remember, your person reviewing you will also be looking for, do you encourage other people to speak or do you dominate the discussion, okay? In the sophomore Socratic, I had one kid who just kind of overtook the discussion and would answer every single question anybody... I know. Really? Huh.
What?
He's very shy, my friend. So that kid was marked down, okay, because they weren't inviting other people to speak. They weren't letting other people say their opinions. They kind of were just dominating the discussion, okay? You want to have the skills in life to have something to say, but also let other people speak and encourage other people to speak.
I know who it was.
No. Okay,
It
you
was
guys,
Oh,
stop.
Right.
So does this make sense how it's going to happen? Okay. There's an inner circle and an outer circle. Again, the inner circle is discussing, the outer circle is listening and taking notes. Okay. I also will be taking notes. So if your notes do not have the same standard as mine, your grade might be affected. Does that make sense? So if I get your page and you have written like 2 sentences, I'm like, they were only taking notes.
So what if you're engaged?
Yes. There's 3 measures. Yes. Yes. So once the inner group goes, and we'll swap, outer group comes in, inner group goes out.
Can we choose who we're trying to?
No.
Oh, please.
No, that's all me. Yeah.
Are the notes for us or are they for you so you have to read it?
They're to make my life harder. They're for me to gauge whether or not you are actively listening, and B, for you guys to learn that in life you need to take notes in meetings. Okay. I told you guys this before. If I showed up to a meeting with Mr. Palmer without a notebook to take notes, you'd be like, you gonna take notes? Like, you tell them something to do, like in life. If I don't take notes, it's gonna be rolled out on me. Okay? If you guys go to a job interview and you aren't taking notes, that's gonna look bad on you. Does that make sense? If you go to a job interview, you want to have notes ready to be taken so that you can take notes on what they're looking for.
Can you bring your phone?
You're like working at Mountain Vine.
I mean, it depends about being off the job, right? If you're like a kid who's just like, oh, I don't want a job, you're probably not going to take notes. But if it's like your first type of job that you really want, you should do everything you can to make yourself look good. Okay?
I assume that we're going to be taking notes on paper.
Do they have to be
Yes.
organized notes? Because my notes when
No,
I'm
not
reading
necessarily.
fast,
They're for you. Okay?
I do smiley faces, I do X's. And
Yes. Also, on the cast, which is what you guys take as a junior, that tells the state educated how well you're doing. Yeah. How well you're doing, okay? And also lets you get out of basic college courses if you do well. There's an entire speaking and listening section. The seniors this year, not one person was average or above average on speaking and listening. Okay?
Me and Charles.
Therefore,
I'm good at speaking.
I'm good at speaking.
we are practicing your speaking and listening skills from freshman year and beyond. Elijah.
Hey, this is like just a question.
Yeah.
Are we? Is this group of freshmen the most verbal you've ever had, or is this about right?
No.
Pretty normal.
Pretty normal.
If anything, like,
You're a bunch of young kids who
I know.
like to have fun. It's pretty normal. Jillian.
are we gonna change prompts for each one? Or
So, you guys are guiding the discussion, okay? So you're going to start with the basic, and it's going to lead into other things, right? You'll naturally have other questions. What we're going to do next is we're going to have questions to bring to the seminar, so that if you guys get in this weird lull where you're like, what do we do next? You guys can go to your questions and think, okay, what do you guys think about this? Does that make sense? Okay. So, let's move on. Charles?
Is that empty bag that Malachi has full of raisins?
Apples
No,
today.
I ran out of raisins at home.
I'll bring you back.
No, honestly.
Because he ate them all.
What a crisis.
Alright, bring it back. Okay. So we just went over this. Alright. One, half you be in the circle, have discussion, the other half is on the outside. Those on the inner circle will discuss their thoughts. Ooh, I didn't change that. Okay, we'll miss that. Here's the rules, okay? You will use academic language, just like you do on a discussion board, right? You will say, I agree with you because If you guys use foul language, if you guys are rude to one another, I'm just gonna kick you out and you're gonna get half credit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's better than failing.
Yeah.
Okay, that is failing.
That's better than 0.
I can make it 0 if you want.
Oh.
It won't happen. Okay. You will be respectful, listen, not talk on the side, and be engaged. If you talk on the side, I will subtract 5 points every time you talk.
5 points.
Okay. So you start with 50, not including the grades you guys will get. So the max you can get, if I see you talking one time, 45 out of 50.
So we have 10 X's. So we can only use like half of them. Because we run out of
And you just want half credit, and then that depends on how you're graded by yourself here. Okay? Alright. Text. So we have of Mice and Men, of Harvest Gypsies, the disability rights timeline, and your outside research. Okay?
Harvest rates?
I wonder if I did this while he was eating raisins and I had grapes on my mouth. That's so funny. Okay. Of Harvest Gypsies, it's supposed to be. Any of those texts, you guys can bring in and discuss. Okay? Even if you found a cool article outside that no one else has read, bring it in and discuss it. Alright. So here's the deal. You need to show up to class with 4 discussion questions ready to go with answers to them. Okay? So they will be checked and include your answer to the question. So you will have your quick write, which if you came in late, you will have to go back and redo this, okay? You have a quick write on, you okay? You have a quick write on John Steinbeck's criticism of the American dream, okay? On the back side, you will have your questions with your answers. Tomorrow, I'm going to say, hey kids, I'm going to come around before the Socratic and I will give you points or not, okay?
So just 4 questions? Or
You
4
can ask more.
times? Or like,
No.
you said 4 questions per person.
Yeah, so you need to have 4 questions. Okay, each individual person must have
Oh.
4. Not per like group.
Okay, I was like,
Yes. Okay. So have 4 questions that you think are worthy of discussing, whether it be about the symbolism, whether it be about the foreshadowing, the themes, the historical context. Okay.
can it be like a book of like a question about the book?
Yes. Or you can pull out a quote. Okay. What's an important quote? Make a question about that quote. Focus. All right. Outside biographical information on the author, migrant workers, any of that stuff is valid and doable in the situation. Okay? So, yes.
So they shouldn't be right or wrong.
They should be discussion questions. They're not a yes or no. So it's not like, who killed Lenny? Okay? It should be, do you think that the way George handled it is the appropriate situation? Okay?
Or do you think George wanted it?
Excuse me.
Was your hand up? I didn't see it.
Yes, it was actually.
Oh, thank you. Pros.
Wait, what's the question? Like disgusting.
You came in late, okay?
I'm literally like zoning out because I don't know what you're talking about.
This is the essential question. It smells like burnt.
Oh, now okay.
Dude, it smells like someone ate like a tuna sandwich or something.
It was probably
No, it's probably like you. Remember the time you bought
You have sound?
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
And I have it smells
Oh,
like
am I gonna see this? Caesar?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Tuna
okay.
juices.
It's like 50 cents.
Oh.
Alright. Okay. If you came in late, Charles, focus bud. This is the essential question, okay? So when you're put in your group, this is what you start with. Knowing what occurs in Of Mice and Men, in what ways is John Steinbeck criticizing the American dream? Okay? You're going to write a response on that, like Elijah has. Okay, so that tomorrow you know if you're ready to go. Congrats. On the back of that, you are writing 4 discussion questions about the book. Okay? What are 4 questions you could bring up to your classmates that you have a discussion about? Whether it be about literary elements, you can pull out specific quotes, characterization, theme, all of that. Very good.
Are we supposed to have answers to the question?
Yes. The 4 questions that you're asking, they must have answers. They don't necessarily have to revolve around this, but they have to be revolved around the book. Okay.
So I have to write down the answers as well.
Well, at least this is
Hold on. Shh. What are we doing?
We have to write down the answers as well as the concept.
Yes.
So if
Just the
I
Socratic is 50 points, not this one.
did the extra credit test and it asked for 5 questions, I just did
Yep, it
They
makes
were about
sense.
story.
If they're discussion questions, yes. Julian.
Can it be kind of vague answers?
Yes, you want them to be vague so that you guys can discuss it and they're not like black or white answers. Okay? We know what to do.
Are we also allowed to talk about harvest grapes?
Well, I would prefer to do some grapes.
Harvest raisins.
Okay, so Charles, what are you doing right now? What are you supposed to be doing? What are you gonna do? Step 1. Respond to the quick write. Okay, if you have not done this, you need to respond to a quick write on a piece of paper. Then what are you doing after that? How many? And do you need answers then? Yes. Okay. You need to bring this tomorrow in class. Okay, you cannot get credit without it in class. All right. So go to work.
So this